thanks so much for watching. Today I'm sharing a hair tutorial, how I curl my hair. So if you want to know how I got this look, then just keep watching. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by just brushing through your hair to get rid of any tangles. And for me, this is second day hair, I guess. My hair does not really hold a curl. Anyways, I had my extensions in last night too, so it's a little bit matted underneath. So then what I like to do is spray it with a thermal spray to protect the hair, and then just brush the product through and let it dry fully before you start using your hot tools. I like to start with the very bottom, so we're just going to section off all the hair kind of from below the ears or the bottom of the ears. I just section that and clip it away, and then I like to section it into two and pull it into front because I'm going to work curling away from the face while I face forward and keeping kind of my hands at the front with the curling iron. The curling iron I'm using is this 1-inch Hot Tools. Now my clamp is broken. I guess that's kind of notorious for these ones. I'm not going to use the clamp anyways, and because this is a small section at the bottom, I like to split it into two. I have really fine hair, and not a lot. And I'm going to take the curling iron and pull the hair away from my face, wrap it around, making sure that it lies flat on the barrel, and I'm going to hold it. And you can do this two different ways. You can do it with the iron pointing down, or you can do it horizontally. It's going to give you a different curl depending on which way you do it. So try it a couple times and see what you like. Then I'm just going to release the curl and gently drop it from my hand. The next section, so again, away from the face, wrapping, and I always keep about 1 inch out of the ends so they're not getting totally fried. And I'd say hold it for about 8 to 10 seconds, depending on how tight I want the curl. And then there you have it. So this is a really tight curl right now. We're not going to touch it. We're not going to spray it. We're just going to leave it while we do the rest of our head. And the curl is going to drop, but we're going to spray it at the end. So it depends how tight or loose of a curl that you're looking for. You can always spray this right away, or you can even like pin them up to your head and not let them drop. But I like a looser curl, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Then I'm going to work on the other side. One side is always trickier than the other. So with the iron pointing down, wrap away from your face and keep the hair flat on the barrel, and then leaving out a little section. Just gonna hold it 8 to 10 seconds, and then just let the curl slide off the barrel. Don't worry, this is gonna loosen up a lot, and it's not gonna be Shirley Temple ringlets or anything. And again, away from the head.
Away from the face. And hold.
And release. And my iron is set at about 330. I wouldn't go any higher if you have blonde hair because your hair is already damaged from the bleaching, and I wouldn't go any higher if you have really fine hair because you don't want to burn your hair off. You guys have all seen that video of that girl who burns her hair so then we're gonna let some hair down, and I'm just gonna section kind of above the ears and then section that up. I know this is a really cute look. And then I like to brush this out and pull it to the front just like we did with the lower section. Again, this isn't a lot of hair. And the thing about curling your hair is it will get easier and easier with each time. Now I find this about as easy to do as straightening my hair or blow drying my hair because I'm used to it and I can just go through my hair and it's done. The smaller sections that you take, the tighter the curl and the longer the curl is going to hold. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to do small sections because it takes a bit longer, of course, but you're going to get a nicer curl. So it's kind of worth it in the long run. And we're getting some really nice curls, but it's not going to be that tight. It's not going to be so piecey. I don't like that. I like it a little bit more tousled. Tousled? Is that the word? I don't know. Again, away from the face. Hold.
And
Release. I'm going to put you guys into fast forward mode. I'll do the rest of my head until I got to the top sections, and then I will walk you through that, and then we'll be done. Okay, now we're going to do the top section. So I have a side bang, which I just like to brush to the opposite side that it normally falls, because I like to work on that fuller side of hair first. I always find this the toughest for me because my hair is so fine. One side is so much thicker than the other side because I part on the side. Not that it's super thick, but there's a bit more over there than there is on the other side. I'm not sure what that has to do with putting my bangs to the side. I guess they just don't get in the way. I find for the top section, I like a bit of a looser curl. This piece is kind of underneath, but I just think it looks a bit prettier, and then everything blends together underneath. Now, keep in mind the underneath hair is getting kind of crushed by the hair on top. So that's why a tighter curl underneath is better, because it's automatically going to be like looser underneath over time. And I usually go with a bit of a thicker section on top, and I don't hold it on the barrel for as long, because then you get a bit of a looser curl. But when we go to kind of brush it out, it's going to fall and just be looser and prettier, and it's not going to be piecey. It's all going to kind of blend together, and you're going to get a really nice wave. Now, at this point, you can tease if you want to. I try not to tease except when I'm wearing my hair extensions, or after the fact when I want a little bit of volume at the crown. But teasing and then curling is better, because once you kind of try to tease afterwards, it will break up your curl. But you can do whatever you want. I'm just showing you guys how I do it. And then on the other side, this is kind of like a big piece here to curl all together, but again, I want a bit of a looser curl. Now I know on the other side it doesn't look like it's a loose curl, but it will be once we're done. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't have a lot of hair on top. Oh, here's a stray piece. When you get little stray pieces like this that are really tiny, do not keep them on the barrel for longer than maybe 5 seconds, because they're going to curl up really quick. So you don't need to damage your hair for longer than necessary. Again, but you don't want any straight bits kind of hanging around with all the curled hair.
Here we go. I think that's everything.
And then the bang is like so temperamental. I don't know, all my girls with bangs, you know what I'm talking about. It's very temperamental. What I usually like to do is round brush with a blow dryer my bang and get some nice like height and volume, and then swoosh to the side. But since we're not using the blow dryer today, we're just using the curling iron, I just like to kind of play with it and get it going the ends of the bang and just kind of like curl them. But don't leave them on for long, because you don't want too much of a curl. So to set my curl, I like to use a salt infused waving spray. This is the Got to Be Beach Trippin'. I find this works better than a hairspray for me. I used to use hairspray and it would not hold my curl whatsoever. I tried like 5 or 6 different hairsprays and nothing really worked. But I find this works really nice. It doesn't make it too crunchy, but it just, I don't know, it works really well for me. So what I like to do is just take the spray and just start at the bottom and kind of spritz into the hair and then grab it and push up. Spritz in, grab it and push up. And again there. And then I'll do the other side. You don't need a lot of this. The thing is, if you use too much of this, it's gonna kind of ruin your curl. So you wanna be really diligent with this. And then I'll do one at the back, just kind of like scrunch up the back. Now what I like to do usually is after I finish curling my whole head, I like to walk away and just let it sit before I put anything in it. And I let it cool down. Then I go back in with my salt spray and that's when I spray it and scrunch it up. So the hair is still a little bit warm right now, but you're still gonna get the idea of what I'm talking about. So to blend all the curls together now, I'm just gonna kind of go in from the back and shake my hand through it and just gently pull the curls apart, but you're kind of like pulling them together at the same time. Shake from the back like that, bring it up to the front, shake and up to the front. And you can see that this side is kind of just blending all together in that really nice big wave look that we are going for. So on this side, it's still really piecey looking, but this is the thinner side, so we have to be a bit more gentle because it can't take quite as much of a beating or else it's just gonna pull the curl right out. The trick is you wanna do this after you've sprayed your salt spray in so that there is something holding the curl. And just from behind and underneath, shake the curl out. I like to kind of do this on the top. You could add dry shampoo in at this point as well, just to like give your roots a bit of volume. But I find for like every day, I don't typically need to do that. And then I'm still getting volume without adding more product. And then we're just gonna gently pull the curls apart and then kind of twist towards the back. I'm not really sure what this motion is, but just kind of play with it until you get kind of the curled look that you're going for. And again, the more you play with it, the more the curl is going to come undone and become looser and create more of a wave versus a tight curl. So if you're looking for that tight curl piecey look, don't touch it because that's going to really kind of break apart the curl. But if you're looking for more of a wave like this, then you definitely want to play with it, but only to the point where you're happy with how it looks. Because if you continue to play with it, it's really gonna, you know, you're gonna pull out that wave and you're gonna have to go back in with your curling iron and put some more curl in it, which is okay, you know, to get the look that you're going for. So this is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and let me know down below what your favorite curling iron is to use, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. The black I got in a size small, which is probably a little bit too small. So they look very kind of Brazilian butt on the back side, and this kind of creeps into your crack. But that's okay, you know, sometimes. And then